удар по военным объектам противника в городе Винер, Ноймстад, в Австрии.
Welcome back, everybody. I was not expecting to be making another video so soon, but I didn't want to wait too long. In light of Ralph Astley's video, very kindly made a shout-out video, and he was my first and only subscriber. That was very kind of him. I did not have to do that. But now I have 16 subscribers. So I wanted to thank everybody for subscribing. Very unexpected. Ralph, if you're watching, thank you very much. I know I don't personally know too many people into wargaming in my personal life, so it's nice we have this community here on YouTube to share with each other. This whole YouTube thing, I'm not really much of a talker. I'm more of a writer, really. It's how I make part of my living is writing, so I think I'll get the hang of this talking thing eventually here. But I just wanted to say thank you to Ralph again and all you subscribers. But as long as I'm here, I think I'd just show off quick what I've been doing in the past week or so. I think I'll start off with the few things I've painted in the past week, so we'll take a look at that now. Okay, and I did get a new light I'm trying out, so apologies if the lighting is a little funky. I'm still trying to figure it out. But this was a work in progress last video, now completed except for a few touch-ups. This is the R1 Tankette 3D print for my Romanian army. Just needs a few touch-ups, then it'll be complete. This is a very quick paint job. The Romanians tended to keep whatever paint that this manufacturer put on there, so in this case is the olive green that the Czechoslovakians would have put on in the factory. The only thing I'm missing here is decals. So for the R1, they didn't use King Michael's cross on here. They would use the Romanian roundel. Don't have any of those. I know Company B sells some decal sheets of those, so I'm going to place an order and put those on there, and then this will be finished. And I think this should do pretty well on the table. It has a one heavy machine gun, one medium machine gun, and of course in bolt action comes to vehicles, the more machine guns the better. So I'm looking forward to getting this on the tabletop soon. One more vehicle to take a look at. So this is a BA6 Armored Car kit from Rubicon for my Spanish Civil War project. This is a nationalist captured BA6. This is of course a Soviet designed vehicle. They gave a number of them to the Republican side. The nationalists did end up capturing some of them and putting them back into combat. And then they would paint the turret to mark them on the field to help avoid friendly fire by painting the Spanish flag on the turret. Now, I can't really paint a straight line to save my life. I did the best I could. The other issue, I measured the turret, and the turret section just here was 7 centimeters, so it does not divide by 3 easily. So I kind of eyeballed it. And then also on top, I did the aerial identifier on the top. Now, one issue I had, I don't know if this was my fault or if this kit just has really high tolerances, or low tolerances rather. Of course, I painted the turret and the body separately, but when I put the turret on and rotated it for the first time, the corner of the turret and the turret body, or the hull body here, scraped against each other, and paint would rub off on both sides. I don't know if that's a me problem, probably. So I did some emergency surgery to the hull body. Once I finish painting this out, I don't think it'll be too noticeable because it's a dark color. But a minor thing, I tend to paint these days to the 3-foot rule. Does it look good on the table from 3 feet away? Yes, that's good enough for me. So I do have one more of these. I'm going to paint up this normal Republican one, which could also be used in my World War II Soviet army. And then I just have one more quote-unquote purchase. Take a look at. So last time, my last video when I was showing off my 3D prints I purchased, I forgot about this one. This is an AB43, or Auto Blinda, it's also called, for my Italian army. This was also used by a number of other armies during World War II. The Germans it could be used for. Even I've read there's some debate the Romanians may have used one or two of them, so you could fudge it and make house rules for Romanian AB43. The nice thing with this print, it came with both this autocannon turret, and then it also came with the dual machine gun turret, which is nice. So I'll get that into my army hopefully soon. And then, oh, I forgot one more purchase, or technically two purchases. Infantry. I get those boxes out. So my first infantry purchase was the Gustatori, essentially Italian assault engineers. Well, first and foremost, they look really cool. I think that's the most important thing in any army. But I do really like the assault engineer rules. I get a lot of use out of them in my Soviet army. So I'm looking forward to adding these guys into the Italians. And then the second purchase is the Soviet People's Militia Squad. And I guess I'm not that wasn't that well versed in the irregular forces of the Soviet army during World War II, so these could be used as partisans. But I was not aware of the popular regimentation, which is a more organized irregular force, the Soviets, the Narodonia Opolchenia. My Russian's a bit rusty these days. Actually, Russian language is my minor in university, though it's a bit rusty because I don't really have anyone to speak it with these days. But I was thinking this kit could also do double duty, both in my Soviet army, and I was thinking the models are generic enough, sort of that irregular look, that they could be used as militia in my Spanish Civil War project. They look a little bit more Eastern European in their clothing, but I think they'll pass. And they do have Mosins, and Mosins were used in the Spanish Civil War, so I think they'll be all right. Okay, so just as an aside, the humble Tamiya extra thin cement. Now I have about a quarter of this left, so I started looking for more online, but this must be a victim of supply chain issues, because none of the hobby stores sold this anyways. But I normally bought it on Amazon. None of the Amazon suppliers sell it anymore, nothing in stock. I haven't looked on Tamiya USA website. They're completely sold out. So luckily I have basically all metal miniatures I'm working with in the near future. Super glue is always in supply. But it's just one thing I'd like to complain about, I guess, is that's very difficult to find these days. So hopefully it comes back in sooner rather than later, because I'm going to have stuff to assemble. Well, this video went on a little longer than expected, but just to wrap up, thank you again to Ralph for making that video, very generous of you, and thank you to other recent subscribers. Hope everyone's projects are going well. Keep at it, and I'll keep at it, and I'll see everybody soon. Thanks.